We're gonna load the autosave and see if it starts us at a good point. If it backs up just a little bit. I don't think it will. I think that's... I don't know. Well, we'll find out. Let's do it. Let's do the autosave. No, I have to be on the right screen. Here we go. Okay, no. It doesn't actually matter. So I'm gonna read some dialogue to you. Anyway, if you'll remember last time, we saved Lynne and this detective. We eavesdropped on the blue people, who I am increasingly convinced are aliens. And not just because they look like Sailor Moon villains. But they look like Sailor Moon villains, don't they? It's not just me. What were their names? Bleeple. It's blue people. I see what you did there, Chrono. That's a good portmanteau. So we eavesdropped on some Sailor Moon villains and discovered that we were not the only eavesdroppers. That in fact, the waitress here at the Chicken Kitchen, which I don't actually have to ask you the name of this place because it's memorable. Isn't that amazing? The Chicken Kitchen waitress, it turns out, is actually an undercover detective who put a bug on the chicken to eavesdrop on the Sailor Moon villains. But they detected this and made a really loud noise that deafened this detective, who passed out and crashed his car into this place, causing all sorts of devastation. But we've undone all of that while getting some useful and interesting information. Also, was it last time that we saw that the prisoner D99, who I think is Lynne's dad, knows Sissel because he painted a painting of Sissel? So I have some theories about what's going on there, but it turns out that prisoner D99 has requested the death penalty for himself, and that's supposed to happen tonight. And Lynne is not happy about this. So, in fact, nobody's happy about this. I don't even know that he's happy about this. So we have to kind of get to the bottom of all of that. But fortunately, Sissel's story and Lynne's story are bound together, so we will get an answer to all of our burning questions about this. Before we dive in, I just want to comment that the only association I personally have with the word Sissel is that it is the kind of rope that is wrapped around cat trees for cats to scratch. And I hadn't really thought about that, but I broke one of Sophie's cat trees. It's this pillar she sits on, and I leaned against it and it kind of popped out of place, and I tried hammering it back into place and it didn't work. So now anyway, it flops every time she jumps on it. And I was like, oh, I need to get a new one. I should get a new one. I want to make sure that the new one that I get has real Sissel on it. And then I was like, wait, that's the character from this game. So yeah, I am expanding your vocabulary. So yeah, Sissel's hair is a scratching post. Yeah, I think that's fair. That makes perfect sense to me. I think that's appropriate. So from now on, he can be scratching post. Sophie's snoozing. She's just like, no, I'm not talking to you. So yeah, that's I think that just about picks up where we left off. But now we are in the Chicken Kitchen. But what I'm really confused about here is that we have dead Lynne, who we talk to while she's dead, and she knows me and talks to me about stuff and seems to learn things between and remember our previous encounters. But then she couldn't remember Sissel's name the last time she was alive. And I'm wondering whether, because we bounced in time between her ghost and her being dead to this point here. And what I don't know, and I guess maybe we'll find out soon, is does Lynne while alive remember what happens to Lynne while dead? Do we have a time paradox here? Like, what's going on, folks? I don't know. We're gonna find out. So I swept under my desk because there was a lot of dust, and there's still some dust around here, but I think that I'm gonna cough a little less. I'm gonna try to cough a little less. Keeping it real, folks, admitting to not having dusted under my desk since like November, and it's now at the end of February. It's not good. It is good to dust. It is good to clean regularly, just saying. All right. Are you ready for me to do voices badly? If this is your first stream in a long time, you may not realize I've started having to read the dialogue out loud, so you have to deal with the voices that we do. And I'm not an actor, so. Is Lynne having a serious talk with that detective? Nah, she's just gobbling down chicken. Well, she pointed out she hadn't eaten in like a while. How did the detectives know to stake out this restaurant tonight? That's a good question. Lynne knew to come here because she got a note that Sissel gave her that he doesn't remember giving her. What if he's not actually Sissel? What if there was like a body swap or something like that? I have no idea. What if he's gonna do like a what if this entire thing is partly like a super sophisticated, super fancy 4x4x4 minutes thing, and he'll come back to life at the beginning of all of this and undo everything we've done? I don't know. We'll see. I'm just spewing nonsense at this point. Why do you put up with my nonsense? I'm gonna move my camera slightly out of the way. That should be better. Okay, how's that? Does that work? Can you see? I'm still figuring out the placement with a different camera and things. Sissel could take the form of a scratching post. I mean, that's what the light bulb guy is, a light fixture, and he's not actually a light fixture. So Sissel can be a scratching post. He can totally be a scratching post. I bet if there's a scratching post to this game, I get to possess it. Just saying. Sissel and the Sissel. I better see if I can get some information. But more importantly, I have lots of questions for that lady detective. All right. Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that there are 2 buttons in this game? And I can actually remember those buttons on the first or second try. Like, that's amazing. I never remember buttons. But did you see the first try? I pressed the button and it did the thing it was supposed to do. This is a miracle. All right, telephone book, menu board. I think I have to ring the bell 3 times to do anything. Oh. All right. Here we go. Okay, look, I am very gifted at forgetting 2 buttons. How many buttons are there in Celeste? 2, and they're repeated. And I got the wrong one all the time. So, don't underestimate me, is all I'm saying. All right. Oh, I didn't know you were here, Detective Rindge. Come to see me, did you? Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, hi, Memory. Don't mind us. Just pretend we're not here. Why is she named Memory? That's a word. Supposedly, actually, all of the names that they've been given in the English version actually, like, all mean things or are references to things, but I'm not digging too deep into that. Just in case there's a secret spoiler lurking. Celeste has 3 buttons. Jump, dash, and what else? name is a button. Oh. I'm good at video games. It's a very simplistic button scheme is all I'm saying. So much for not coughing. Maybe I need to dust more. Okay. Why don't you try some chicken while you're here? No thanks. Just watching Lynne eat is quite enough for me. Lynne is having enough enjoyment for everyone else. So, how did it turn out with my ladybug? Oh, he heard the chef singing. Because the ladybug got messed up, which saved his life. I will have you know. It saved all of your lives, except Memory didn't die. She was passed out. But it saved the other two of you, so that's fine. Oh, that listening device? Well, let's see. I thought the gentleman had a very nice singing voice. Sorry, but we're in the middle of an important talk. Could you leave us to it? She might not even be a detective. She might just be an informant of some sort. But it is interesting, like she was trying really hard to do something that would be really useful. And it would actually be very useful for him to get the information from that conversation. Like it would be beneficial as far as I can tell, at least from the point of view of the cops. It would be beneficial to overhear what the blue people were talking about. So she had a great idea and she should have. She deserves to be taken seriously and appreciated for the thing that she did. Except that it went wrong here because I messed it up. And so he's not taking her seriously. He's not appreciative of this at all. And so he's blowing her off and disrespecting her. And maybe she's usually a ditz or something and there's a reason why he doesn't tend to take her seriously. I don't know, but you guys are the ones who called me over. Humph. Odd girl. I agree. Me too. Can he hear her now? Or can she hear him, rather? Okay. She's talking to the other detective quietly while she stuffs her face. But I'm too far away to hear what she's saying. I'd better get closer. Alright, I'm gonna have to ring the bell again, and this time I'm gonna have to catch the girl. Wait, how am I supposed to catch the girl? She's not... Did you decide you want some chicken? Or me, after all? We didn't call you. That answers that question. I'm happy. I'm so excited about this right now. Is she gonna tell her friends? Because these two are clearly likely to be like my compatriots. Is she gonna tell them that she can talk to ghosts? For the context of anyone who is not, who is not watching, who's listening, I will read the dialogue on screen as the moment pauses and Lynne says, "Wait a minute, is that you, Sissel?" Because she has clearly retained her memories and knows if some weird, inexplicable thing is happening with inanimate objects, it's probably the ghost that haunts inanimate objects and does stuff with them. There's a good detective. She figured it out. Let's see if she can still hear him. If you're coming over here, don't forget. You have to ring the bell 3 times. What are you talking about? Never mind, it's not important. Yeah, pay no attention to us. We're not even here. I'll make you notice me someday, detective. You'll see. Odd girl. I agree. Me too. Well, that's nice of Lynne. I like Lynne. She's actually pretty competent. Okay, I rang 3 times. There we go. Okay. I'm glad I got to see some extra dialogue, though. Oh, wait, no, she's gonna say the same thing. Did you decide you want some chicken? Or me, after all? Okay. I just have to say, Memory is a little thirsty. She was hitting on the bartender. She's hitting on the detective. Like, she's like, I mean, good for her. Good for her. Oh my God, Nick. Good thing she's got that water then. Oh my God. Thank you. Well done. All right. She is cute. She has a very adorable design. No, that is true. She has to wear this stupid chicken hat. We didn't call you. Sorry, but could you give us some privacy? No, stay right there. Huh? I'm at the crucial moment with this chicken here. Oh my God, Lynne. Oh my God, Lynne. An outstanding cover story. Nobody will ever see through it. Foolproof. I'll need you to pour me some water if it starts going down wrong. So, this is an absurd thing to say, but it feels normal for the Ace Attorney universe. I don't know if this takes place in the same universe as Ace Attorney, but like, you know what I mean. They're amazing. Lynne, you don't have to risk your life over chicken, you know? He's right. Look at her attacking that thing. Anyway, I'd better move now while I have the chance. All right, Sissel. There you go. That's funny. He doesn't have... Yeah. That's interesting. I was about to say, wait a minute, but Sissel was on it. These characters may have 3 brain cells to rub together among the entire cast, but they're observant. I will absolutely give them credit for their observational skills, if not their towering intellect and problem solving. Even though I just saved that detective, he doesn't have a core. Not like the one Lynne has or that valiant little doggy Missile. I love that. I love that there are specific ways that he says things. Like Missile is always a little doggy. And there's the little lady, there's a little doggy. Like he's got a way of speaking. I like it. It's neat. Missile is the best dog. I see why everyone loves Missile so much. My roommate has friends over, and I hope we don't encounter Missile this stream because I can't not do the Missile voice, and they will be able to hear me and be like, what is Lauren doing in there? And I'm like, being a good doggy, obviously. Anyway, I thought the ones I save are supposed to develop a core when they're alive again. I guess I still have things to learn about these powers of the dead. Okay, I wonder in Japanese, does it feel as awkward when he says these powers of the dead and putting it in quotes and it's like trademark this phrase? I feel like maybe that flows a little more naturally in Japanese, but it feels a little odd in a way that seems stylized in English, but I think may just be part of how Japanese works. I'm not sure. I only speak the one language, unfortunately. All right, well, we had a hold it moment there. I am now in the bell. Well, I'm heading back. Lots of things to do, you know. Yeah, like washing dishes and planting bugs. Someday I'll plant a big one on you, detective. I'm dying to know what this was in Japanese, because for anyone who perhaps is not a native speaker of English and not familiar with some idiomatic English, to plant a big one on someone means to give them a kiss, a big old kiss. So, but you plant a bug on a thing that you're going to eavesdrop on, and then you can plant a kiss. So it's very fun wordplay. And like I said, I don't actually know Japanese, but I do know that A, they really like wordplay, and B, this development team makes really, really punny games, and that the dialogue has been full of puns in both languages. And it's actually really kind of astonishing to have as many puns as they do in English, because it's not as naturally inclined towards puns as Japanese, as I understand it. Is that flirting or a threat? Yes, that seems correct. But no, this is clever. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm sorry. You can't. not expect me to groove to the music. It's just too groovy. Odd girl. I agree. Me too. You've said that 3 times now. I can eavesdrop. Listen, Lynn. You've explained your side and I understand, but there's an APB out on you. Can't you at least hurry up and get out of here? You know, slip away quietly. No can do. I'm meeting somebody here. Meeting somebody. Oh yeah, that's right. The little lady, Camilla. Or is it Camilla? Does anybody know? I'm pretty sure that there's been a few names that I've said kind of wrong. So, maybe it's supposed to be Camilla. But why do you have to meet somebody here? The Special Investigation Unit is watching this restaurant. Now, how can that be a coincidence? I don't know, but it is a coincidence. ... Hey, is it true what they say? That you're still looking into Detective Jowd's case on your own? So they can say his name now because we've had that big reveal in the game. She ... Inspector Cabanella is worried about you, you know. I understand how you feel, but just don't do anything crazy, okay? ... She's making no promises. I can examine the sign holder, and I will. Sissel won't be able to read a word it says. What did this sign say again? Oh yeah, something about if you want water, ring the bell 3 times. I don't think I'll need to ring it anymore, though. All right, let's talk to Miss Lynne and let her know that we're here. Let's see how this goes. Well, I guess I have had conversations with her while she was alive before, haven't I? I just forgot because, like the main characters of games that I've played recently, I too suffer from weird, unreliable memory issues. So, yay. I think maybe they're getting better? I don't know. Anyway, let's go talk to Lynne. Hi, Rick Nicholas. Nice to see you. Ghost Trick is a very cool game. Well, this is as far as I am, so if you are not farther than me, please do not be spoiled. But if you are not farther than me, don't be spoiled. But if you are further than me, then like pull up a chair and join us. It's a very cool game. Coolness is definitely, I would say, like, it gets points for style. No question. It's one of the most stylish games I think I've ever played. All right, Miss Lynne, let's see what's going on. Talk. So how's that chicken you've been waiting so long for? I do appreciate, like, it feels like they've actually built this kind of dynamic that, he can tease her and that's okay. It's great. But you know, with Detective Rindge, that's his name by the way, sitting right across from me, I mean, he was just dead a few moments ago, right? That's kind of taking the edge off my appetite. Oh, brother. But he's a great guy. He understands my situation, he said. He's going to give me a pass just for tonight. Speaking of Detective Rindge, I noticed something strange. He doesn't have a core now. He doesn't? I thought a core was supposed to show up once I saved somebody. I wonder if... When you possessed his corpse, he was unconscious, right? Unconscious? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Just like you. You were unconscious the first time I saved you, too. And after I saved you, you didn't have a core either. So, for people who are unconscious when you save them, no core shows up. I think that's probably what it is. That's straightforward. You might be right. Okay, I'll leave Rindge to you. What a name. Rindge. Rindge? That's just not a combination of letters. It's a lot of consonants. Because, like, do we say Rindage? Do we say Rindge? and just the D disappears into the G because the two kind of overlap? I don't know. These are the things I wonder about. But I've still got lots of questions for you. Yeah, I thought you would. Let's get started then. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. I get to ask all of these very personal questions. I can ask her about death row inmate Jowd. Oh, excuse me, no, it's not Jowd, it's Jowd. Pretty sure it's Jowd. I think somebody told me that was the name I was saying wrong. I couldn't remember what it was. I just knew that there was a name I was saying wrong. Apparently people commonly say that one wrong. All right, so I can ask her about death row inmate Jowd, Point X, or Camilla, which I think usually Camilla has 2 L's, but all right. Man, so much for not coughing. Ugh. I'm gonna have to dust some more tomorrow and see what I can do to make it so that I don't cough anymore. All right. Let's ask about death row inmate Jowd. What is your connection to prisoner D99, Detective Jowd? He seems like more than just a coworker. You picked up on that, buddy? Good job. Good job, Cecil. Yes, I suppose you have the right to know. Detective Jowd is my hero. Hero, huh? You don't hear that word much anymore. Is that all? Is she not the family member that he killed his wife in front of? I assumed. Well, it's an old-fashioned, heroic kind of story. It happened 10 years ago. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. On that day, 10 years ago, I was playing in my favorite park. I like this creepy music. And then suddenly, somebody grabbed my arm from behind. I was so scared, I thought I was going to die. And then... he looks really cool. He has a very cool silhouette. He appeared. Detective Jowd. And then that really loud sound. I think it was the sound of a gun. I passed out. When I came to... oh, she's little. She's little bitty. You're all right now. Are you hurt? You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. So that's why you became a detective, huh? That's right. He was my ideal of what a detective was all about. But an ideal detective doesn't shoot and kill his own wife. Exactly. That's right. She can hear his asides. Well, there goes that theory. Rats. Got that one wrong. I'm allowed to get them wrong sometimes, right? Cecil, exclamation points. And that's why I want to prove that he didn't. All right, point X. Detective Rindge works for the Special Investigation Unit. He said an important deal is set to go down here tonight at this restaurant. A deal that could affect the future of our nation, whatever nation that is. A nation isn't something that's easily influenced, though. But that's what he said. Anyway, it's that couple at the table upstairs. I hear they're foreigners. They're waiting for the other party in this deal to show up now, which is Cecil. They're definitely foreigners and not Sailor Moon villains. Those two, huh? They certainly are an odd pair. Is this other party they're waiting for me? hard to imagine, isn't it? Nobody really knows any of the details of this deal except for one person. And he's dead and has lost all his memories. Isn't that what you're gonna say? Why is this game like this? It's so wild. Like, the pacing, the fact that it pauses, he gets to do his whole stupid dance, and like there's the spotlight on him, and then his theme starts and everything, and it's a really good theme. Like, the music is just so good in this game. Mr. Breezy Dancer in a white suit. They say he's been watching the movements of those two for a long time. Hear that funky bass? I need to make sure that my friends have listened to this soundtrack. This song in particular, I need to send this, but I'm afraid of spoilers, so I can't go looking for it. I've never seen him work so frantically on an investigation before. Inspector Cabanella, eh? Apparently, you're a real favorite of his. A favorite? Yes, well, there's a reason for that. And what's that? I need to know. Inspector Cabanella. That's my next topic. Inspector Cabanella and Detective Jowd were good friends. Wait, okay. This is made by the Ace Attorney creators. So, like, there's good friends, and there's good friends. Okay, look. Apparently, they can't confirm Phoenix Edgeworth, but they can hint at Phoenix Edgeworth. And apparently, the character designer for the Ace Attorney games does a lot of like boys love shows or something like that. I mean, Jowd had a wife, but you know, maybe before he got married they had a fling and then they stayed close. It could happen. I'm just saying. People can have history together. You know? Maybe they're ex-boyfriends, but they keep in close touch. Maybe they dated for a little while and then realized that it was highly unprofessional as colleagues, and so they broke up. And then Jowd got married and Cabanella was the best man at his wedding. It can happen. It can happen. Anyway. I'm just saying. Okay, so I started using Tumblr a little bit again, and Tumblr has learned that I like to look at the Locked Tomb fan art, Ace Attorney fan content for some reason, which I have no complaints about. And then like Undertale and Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy X, and I'm like, I will take all of these things. Good job, Tumblr. But it is funny to me that Ace Attorney somehow wound up being one of the things that it's like, you will like this. I'm like, I never thought about that, but yeah, sure, we'll take it. Yeah, I think I remember the prison guard saying something about that. They joined the detective division the very same day. Oh. They're adorable. Look at those character designs. He's really cool looking. Like, he has a really cool design. They made him so that he looks cool and has a cool build. And I want there to be cosplay groups from this game, and I want there to be like large beefy men who can grow facial hair going as Detective Jowd, because like that's his build, that's his design. Go for it. This is a character that is made for you. Do it. They're two very different types, but they were always in friendly competition to be the best. so they were boyfriends early in their careers before they broke up for professional reasons. This is my headcanon and I'm sticking to it until proven otherwise. I guess he would count as a bear. I don't know exactly. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure, like, where exactly the definition of various identities and builds are drawn. So, Detective Jowd was always very particular about thorough investigation of the crime scene. What are you doing? And Inspector Cabanella? Well, is he not thorough? Is he slapdash? I guess he just has a natural genius for investigating. The one who works hard and the one who's a born genius. They fight crime and also make out. Anyway, those two led Ghost Trick Translation Department learned to spell the word lead past tense as in lead past tense challenge. Anyway, those two led the detective division in those days. But Inspector Cabanella is different now. He changed a little. He changed. Ever since the Detective Jowd incident. Now he distances himself from field work. And he's starting to focus on nothing but moving up the ladder. That's weird. And so that's how he became head of the Special Investigation Unit, I take it. Is he doing that because he needs to position himself somewhere so that he's got enough power or authority to fix a thing before it happens? Does he have psychic powers and a way of predicting the future? And I will ask you to please do not confirm or deny, and if you have your own guesses, let me have my guesses so that I'm not influenced by others. Because I would like to discover and explore all of my own crazy mini golf all on my own. I can fill an entire mini golf course with madness if you let me. Anyway, Inspector Cabanella took me under his wing because you were the little girl his good friend had saved, huh? He really looked out for me, helping me study for my detective's exam, fudging my exam scores for me. That goes a little beyond the scope of looking out for you. Inspector Cabanella. I wonder what role he plays in everything that's happening tonight. I don't know. They're kind of throwing away a bunch of my theories. I'm gonna have to build new ones, folks. But we have a fanon. We have a fan headcanon. And I'm delighted. Listen to that funky bass. Listen to that funky bass. Do you hear that funky bass? My bandmate Wedge needs to hear this track. Somebody send me a link to this track on Spotify so that I can send it to Wedge. Tell her she should listen to the rest of the soundtrack, but like, do you hear that funky bass? All right, Camila. It sure is taking Camila long enough. She should have been here by now. I'm getting really worried. You two are like sisters, aren't you? That's what Camila said. Yep, that just about sums it up. It doesn't look like being worried affected your appetite much, though. Hey, the bigger the crisis, the more a girl's gotta eat. I feel like this is a Japanese archetype trope of the I guess Genki girl who eats everything and is full of energy and maybe cries easily and makes friends easily. So like Sailor Moon. ... I have to make sure Camila stays safe no matter what. Camila and that music box too. All right, let's get to the bottom of what's so significant about that music box. Music box. Oh yeah, that wooden box that he helped her find. Oh, she's so tiny. That box is a present from Detective Jowd. Is their dog? Okay. Would you like some totally baseless mini golfing? Completely unfounded. And why the hell not? So Detective Jowd has mentioned that the gods were the ones who saved her. And we have supernatural elements in the game already because we have ghosts and this time travel ability that ghosts have. And therefore, I'm going to say that there are gods present in the game, and Missile appearing to have multiple tails may actually mean that Missile is in some way some sort of a supernatural entity himself. So, from Detective Jowd. Yes, it was 5 years ago. That box arrived 3 days after that murder incident. He must have sent it just before he was arrested. That's important. God is dog backwards. That is the kind of galaxy brain thought that I like to see here. Thank you, Caster28. Someday when the case is over and everything is settled, she's saying this as a quote, I want you to give this to a certain person, he said. So what's inside? I don't know. I can't open it. That's a shame. Sissel, did I really shoot you? I'm glad that she remembers this because I had forgotten the minor detail that one of my main characters shot my other main character to death, as far as we know. Where did that come from out of the blue? I really don't remember. I've tried and tried, but I just can't. Now I finally understand how you must feel, and how hard it is to have your memory gone, your story erased. But who knows? Knowing the truth might be even harder. I'd rather believe there's hope myself. ... That was an interesting interlude. Lots of good character moments. I'm glad she doesn't have to speak out loud to answer those questions. That was great. ... She really ate that whole thing. Good job, Lynne. Do I have chicken on my face? You're staring. ... I bet you're thinking about how impressed you are with the way I took care of that chicken. Just tell me one thing. This case you say you're looking into, is it Detective Jowd's? ... What if I was? Or what if it was? I can't keep it from you. It's too cruel. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Lynne. It's tonight. Detective Jowd's, you know, it's tonight. His execution. But there's still time. I looked into it and I found out all the executions in this country are carried out at dawn. Conveniently, question mark, that is when Sissel's soul expires and this whole process runs out. So we've got the same time limit for both sides. That may be the norm, but not this time, I'm afraid. What? The execution is set for 11 p.m. Somebody is specifically trying to prevent something from happening with it being at dawn. There's something significant about this, and I don't know what it is. What did you say? It's going to happen pretty soon. Isn't there anything we can do to stop it? Of course not. It's too late now. Not without a stay of execution from the Justice Minister. Is that our unhappily married man? Perhaps it is. He's some sort of minister of something anyway. I'm going to go see him then. What? See who? Who else? The Justice Minister. Don't be ridiculous. There's not enough time. I'm going. Sissel. Me? Get to the prison. Stop that execution. Easy enough for you to say. I love how Detective Rindge doesn't even question the fact that she's talking to someone invisible. Detective Rindge, I'll be going now. Okay, I'll let you go this time. I'll tell him I was distracted because I was eating chicken. Is there anything else I can do? Could you find Camila? She's supposed to be on her way here. Oh, your little Camila. Okay, you got it. I'll look for her. I do have to say, I really appreciate, like, the team of people. They really do seem to genuinely care about each other. Like, he knows who Camila is, and he's going to make sure that she's safe. And everyone wants to let Lynne off the hook because they like her. And it's sweet. Okay, you know what to do, Sissel. You have to save Detective Jowd. Hi, McPicklebreath. The life of yet another person I'm connected to somehow is about to end tonight. Could it be a coincidence? Or is there something more behind it all? Yeah, Sissel and Lynne's, like, their relationship feels genuine. Like, you see it develop over time, and it fits their personalities really well. So he can tease her about things. And then they can have serious conversations where they open up, relatively speaking, and none of it feels out of place. And that's actually remarkable given how little time that they've had together, and that it's not a super long game as far as I can tell, so. Detective Jowd is destined to be executed tonight. I don't know if that fate is the wrong one for him or the right one, but I've decided to go to the prison anyway. Lynne the Pursued Redhead. Clear chapter 7. All right. Oh, I didn't realize this is ending at 10:55, this chapter. So, like, literally the execution is, like, literally about to happen. So, we're going to save our current place and time. We're going to continue playing. 10:55 p.m., chapter 8. That is very close. I went to try and rescue prisoner D99. Even under ordinary circumstances, that prison has a strange atmosphere. But this time, there's something even stranger about it. Oh, goody. An execution. With my memory gone, I don't have a clear image of what that is in my head. But even I can sense the strong feeling of foreboding that hangs in the air. Man, if this were a different game, like Disco Elysium, we would have a little aside, we would have a little chat about the death penalty and how inhumane it is, and how most civilized nations have done away with the death penalty, and it is horrifying that the US has not, that the death penalty is not a carriage of justice, nor does it in any way serve to dissuade people from doing crimes, because people don't commit crimes by making a rational decision to act. There are other factors that go into it, and so the threat of punishment actually doesn't deter them from crimes. Additionally, the number of people who are, as it turns out, wrongfully accused and then executed, so innocent people being murdered, is too high. So really the only purpose that the death penalty serves is to satisfy a need for vengeance, to satisfy bloodlust in other people. Frequently, even the people who are wronged, not always, but sometimes, the people who are wronged by the person set to be executed are not even necessarily in support of the execution, but that doesn't stop the execution from happening because it's not about doing justice. It's about being part of a bloodthirsty culture that takes great satisfaction in seeing people who deserve it be hurt and defining a wide range of people as deserving it. And it's just deeply, deeply, deeply unhealthy and unsafe. Like, I'm glad to know that there are countries that are abolishing the death penalty. It should be abolished. Frankly, it's inexcusable that it exists. There is no good argument for it besides, but I want it. But I think people should die because I'm mad about it. And I think one of the things that the US most needs to do is interrogate that urge to get revenge and that urge to make people suffer and that need to find people who we can say are bad and therefore it's okay for them to suffer, and that enjoyment of other people's suffering up to and including death. Take a good hard look at that and where that comes from. And do you really want to be a person like that? How can a society that pretends to be founded with any sense of justice, and in a culture that has any claim whatsoever to compassion, or people who have any pretense whatsoever at being logical and rational, from any of these perspectives, it's absolutely unforgivable to permit the death penalty to continue existing. All you have to do is take a couple of minutes to look into it on any level, and it's inexcusable. It becomes readily apparent. Yes, we are having a death penalty tangent in this goofy, silly, haha, fun times game. And I don't know if, I don't know, I guess you folks have been around for various streams that I've done. Well, yes, welcome to Lauren the Flute. No, this is something I feel really strongly about. And it's not something I felt so strongly about at first. Like, I grew up without questioning that. And so I had to go kind of the long way from being like, well, but it's the death penalty for having done something bad, and bad people don't deserve, like, bad people deserve to die, right? Bad people deserve to be punished, right? There should be consequences for actions, and some things are so bad that they deserve the ultimate consequence. And first of all, when we start saying that there is a line past which people deserve to die, that's saying that there are circumstances in which killing people is okay, and not just like in immediate self-defense. And that line that exists that says some people deserve to die, that line can be moved once it's been introduced. The number of crimes that people determine deserve the death penalty can be increased. So it's a very dangerous thing to have out there. It is a slippery slope. Yes, revenge. Well, I don't know that I would say revenge is the reason conflict continues to exist in society. I think it's more complicated than that. But I think that the US's particular tendency to indulge a feeling of gratification from revenge and violence done against people that you could tell yourself are the wrong or the right people to have bad things done to them. I think that a lot of problems are rooted in that culturally. And so there's a lot of things we can't change, or that we have very limited power to change. Like, we can vote and we can do our best to vote. And please do vote on a large scale, vote on the small scale, try to get involved in local politics where you can. But there are other ways that we can make change that matter. And one of those is culturally. We get to determine what we think is acceptable, what we will stand for, and what we will allow to be normalized in our presence. We can have conversations with people around us about this. We can establish the norms that we want to exist in this world. We can challenge things and question things when they appear in front of us. When an opportunity to talk about it arises, you can talk about it like I'm doing right now. If somebody says something that you disagree with, you can step up and say, hey, hold on a minute, where does that come from? And so I think that when you feel powerless, consider the power that you hold as a person existing in a web of other humans. You can make changes that will ripple out by challenging things that need to be challenged. You can establish in your group that those are things that will be challenged when they come up. And as the people that you talk to, come to consider and understand where you're coming from, some of them may come around and start doing the same thing in their circles. And the people there may start doing the same thing in their circles, and so on and so forth, until you have a larger group of people who all won't stand for the same thing. It's the same sort of thing, there's a lot of things that you can speak up about and normalize or denormalize. It's like when you see, moments of sexism or other forms of bigotry, and you can stand up and be like, hey, that's not cool. And the simple act of doing that counts as taking a stance, as doing something, as making change. And yes, this isn't even going into the inherent racism that has broken the American justice system, that is baked into it. Because you don't even have to look into that to see the problems with the death penalty and the justice system. But once you start looking into those things, you will start seeing that as well, and a lot of other things that are very easy to find. This is not conspiracy stuff. This is like, go read what really well-regarded specialists in their fields have to say about things. So yeah. We can make communities, we can help each other, we can. Orlando Furious, thank you for being a person who listens to this and says, okay, I'm gonna follow this person. I appreciate that, thank you. But yeah, you can't save the world immediately. You can't just go slay a dragon with a sword and be like, that's done, evil is vanquished, hooray, the day is saved. And so I think there's this sense of purity of it's got to be good enough or it's not worth doing. An actual change is in the real world, so it's going to be messy and it's going to be ugly. But you still got to put in the little ugly, thankless, small, messy, tiny fractional change work that you can. So I think, and you are allowed to feel like, man, I'm so angry at that person. I hate that person for what they've done, and I feel like they should die. You're allowed to have that anger as a person, as long as you recognize that that is not a foundation on which to make political or justice-based decisions. Like, there is a reason why justice isn't served by asking the wronged person what should be done. Like, it's, you can feel anger and you can have your feelings, and they can be ugly feelings, and you're allowed to have those feelings, as long as rationally you don't have the government work that way. Participate where you can, how you can, and yeah. And if the death penalty isn't a thing that you really thought that hard about, that's okay. If it hasn't come up in your life, but I encourage you to do a little reading. Just do so when you're in a pretty good headspace and when you have the ability to step away from things, because it's kind of a rough thing to read about. Yeah. So I haven't actually ever played an Ace Attorney game myself. I've watched an ex play them kind of many years ago. So if there are elements of things about the justice system in that game series, I don't remember them at all. I may not have been aware even at the time, because that was like, 15 years ago. I've changed a bit since then. My politics have shifted. I was not like a conservative person at the time, but I was very ignorant about a lot of things that I've since learned a lot more about. Because it turns out people can grow and change and should be able to and allowed to. Oh, Roland, one of the Knights of Charlemagne. Yes, from the Song of Roland. I used to know the name of his sword and I have forgotten it, but yes, I'm familiar with that. I like epic stories, epic tales, and folk tales, fairy tales, mythology, and so on. Durandal, thank you! I knew it was memorable. But my memory, unfortunately, is bad. This is a good song for having serious talk about, at least, which makes sense given that the text on the game screen is literally about some heavy stuff. All right. Yeah, well, like, I have said and done a lot of dumb things out of ignorance, and things that would have really hurt people if they'd heard me say those, because I didn't know any better. So I think it's really important to be allowed to grow and change and become better, make mistakes and come back from them. But we also do have to continue trying to do better ourselves. My opinion on the life sentence. Oh, well, I actually think that the entire justice system could use an overhaul, and I think that keeping people in prison for life, well, cheaper than executing them, actually, because you don't even save money executing people. It's a very expensive process. So, like, there's literally no argument to back it up. But at least if you say on the life sentence, if what you mean is people being sentenced for life to be locked up, I think that the entire prison system in the U.S. is really rather dreadful, and I think that the prison abolitionists have a really good case that's worth listening to. That's my stance on the subject. I don't know if that's what you were asking about, but that's what I'm talking about. Yes, rehabilitation. Restorative justice instead of punitive justice. Yeah. Some good stuff there if you want to read into that. Reading about restorative justice, actually, if you need something to kind of wash the misery of reading about the death sentence out of your mind, like, read about some of the successful restorative justice systems out there. And yes, we do absolutely need to have systems to help people. But we don't even have a network of support for regular civilians that we should have as well. It shouldn't be this terrifying to live in a society that has as much money and as many resources as the US does. Oh, nice. Well, Orlando, welcome. I can see why you would have heard this rant and chosen to stick around then. Yeah, that's one of the good things Twitter taught me, because one of the nice things about Twitter when it was functional was that you could kind of sit as a fly on the wall and listen to what other people were talking about and learn without making yourself a nuisance of them. So I followed some prison abolitionists, started doing some reading and some research and some learning, and learned a whole lot about a thing that I hadn't considered. Like, I'd learned about restorative justice years and years ago and just fell in love with it and thought it was much better than punitive justice, but I hadn't really fully made the next step until the prison abolitionists kind of showed up on my radar. Like, maybe if we address some of the reasons why people commit crimes, they will commit fewer crimes. What a concept. If we do preventative care, it will be better than trying to address the problem after it gets out of control. Yes, well, we can definitely talk about, yeah, what is it? In for a penny, in for a pound? Is that how that saying goes? Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I mean, the policing system in the US is also built on the foundation of slave catchers. So that never went away as like, it's not like there was like a break between there were slave catchers and then there was nothing and now there's the police force. No, it like literally grew out of that. So like that's fun. The 1619 project, I think, goes into, like, is connected to some of these as well. So there's a lot of really good material out there if you want to look into this. But it is a fundamentally broken system. That does not mean that there should be no one out there kind of keeping an eye on things, but the system as we have it now is not functional, or rather it is functioning as designed, and its design is not to do what community protectors should be. because that's not what it was designed to do. So even if there are good people trying to do the right thing, they are in an inherently inhumane system, and that working as designed, the system is going to do bad things. And I understand the desire to change it from within, but unfortunately that's not very effective. So it's just a very sad situation. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's that there are no people who are good people who become cops. I think it's that the system is so broken and so bad that no matter how good you individually are, there's not really that much you can do about it. It's really bad. It's really bad. I would like to have a healthy society. Could we try that, please? Just, you know, it's really hard to see things that are in bad shape in the world around us right now. And there is a lot that feels overwhelming, especially right now. But again, there are little things that we can do, and there are small changes that we can make, and I think it's really important that we do those things and we make those small changes. We take care of ourselves, we take care of each other, we try our best to do good and put good into the world as best we can and as often as we can. Speak up against harm when we see it and take action against harm when we are able to do so. And if enough of us do that, we can make things better. What is what from? Oh, what, me? No, I'm just talking. These are things I feel very strongly about. You might have noticed that. No, I'm not quoting anything, at least not consciously. I'm just speaking from the heart. For better or for worse. I don't know that I'm a noble person, but I think that I want the world to be better. And when I was a little kid, I used to cry that there were bad things in the world, and I didn't really even understand what was out there. And I don't have a lot of power to do much. But talking about these things, and both supporting people who are trying to do better and encouraging people to do their best, that's a thing I can do. It lets me feel less powerless, so I do it. You know? I mean, we're all doing our best to understand the world. Kind of like the idea of us as, like, of life existing to help the universe understand itself. I find that fascinating. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Apparently I don't have to be playing Disco Elysium to have real talk. I did not anticipate that I would be having real talk in the middle of this very silly, very goofy game. But thank you all for being here. I think at this point, most of the people who watch me are people who know what they're getting into. And for those of you who have stumbled in here somehow, welcome. We do this sometimes. Yeah. This is what I do. And play video games. I've quit playing Disco Elysium, so I gotta get my serious talk fix elsewhere. Apparently it's gonna spill over into Ghost Trick. Thanks, Jellyfish Lightning. I like that. I appreciate that. Hey, Kralix Kokiri. Hi! You just missed, we just had a very serious talk about the death penalty and the justice system in the US and elsewhere in the world. So, like, I haven't changed. Oh man. And we've got an Undertale adjacent game coming next on Thursdays, so that'll be fun. I like talking about serious stuff in everything, apparently. I'm just a serious person, what can I say? You give me a comedy and I'm gonna talk about serious stuff. I am what I am. I love, by the way, I have a list of games to play, like that people recommend games, and it's so funny to see, like, there's people who haven't really been watching me before, and they're just like, oh, people should play this game, and I'll read like the description of the game, and I'm like, that's not a game I would play, but it's definitely a game that people would play, and then I'll read the description that someone has written, and I'm like, you know me. I feel so called out right now. It's delightful. Like melodrama, tragedy, there's a selkie in it, and I'm like, I'm listening. Anyway, shall we get back to Ghost Trick? Are we feeling like we can like kind of ease back into video games? Game times. Maybe I ought to have the discourse screen for not just Disco Elysium, man. Yeah, that sort of thing, Bluegrass. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about. I really like selkies. All right, I'm gonna push the button. I know you don't believe I'm capable of it, but I'm gonna. Maybe I'm too late because we spent an hour. I don't know how long we spent talking there, but it was a lot. That guy is... It is a good thing that I don't do well with timed games. Okay. This game has timed sections! The entire puzzle thing is a timed thing! And I'm still playing it. I get very stressed out, unreasonably stressed out by time segments. So, alright, so we've got our big guys. So, how is it going with the generator in the basement? Okay, I assume that the broken up dialogue here indicates that this character is very high strung right now, which makes sense. It appears that there is no power. So something's gone wrong. Is he dancing? I thought he was doing like kung fu or something, but now he looks like he's doing the chicken dance. You missed some gameplay, but like this much. It was mostly just talking to Lynne and the guy whose name is not Fridge. His name is not Fridge. What's his name? Rindge? Rindge. Whatever, he's Detective Rindge from now on. Alright. They're trying to fix it now. It's gonna take a while, they said. They haven't even gotten the internal phone there back up yet. But I need that. I just hope the rowdies don't rush the guard room. Is he dancing? Is he dancing because he's excited because this means they're not going to execute Road? Amazing. Am I going to level up off Detective Rindge? Maybe so. Stranger things have happened. We don't have any rowdies here. And what's more, the one who committed the most atrocious crime isn't even here anymore at all. You promised not to talk about that. Is this guy drunk? Yeah, he's drunk. Look, would you knock it off with that weird flipping and flopping around? I can't stand looking at it. If you don't stop, I just might have to pound you. This is a glorious dance that's been passed down in my family for generations. When you don't know what else to do, dance, dance, dance. We call it the panic dance. Comic relief. This is special detention, calling from the death chamber. The internal phone is finally back up. It's pitch black down here. It's pitch black down here, though, until they get the generator going again. How's it going up there? The phone's been ringing off the hook from headquarters. Oh boy. We can't let the existence of this prison become known to the outside world. We'll have to round up the prisoners somehow. Is Bailey dancing? Yep, you should see him. Take a video of it. We can all watch it together when we're done. Once the generator is back up, I'll record it with the security camera. They're like, we know you might be stressed out. Generator still not up. I can't keep this up much longer. Believe me, nobody is asking you to. Why don't you just stop? Will you dance instead then? Me? You kidding me? Somebody has to do it. If that somebody is me, I'll keep dancing until I drop. Okay, I'm sorry, but this makes me think of like the weird dance in Mother 3. Do people do this dance? They should have cosplayers from this game who do this dance together. Despite how it looks, the situation seems pretty serious. Bailey's dance is certainly intriguing. Yes, the dance that opened that gate. Good, Nick. I am so glad to know that there are cosplayers from this game who do the dance. I would go up and do the dance with them, even if I'm not cosplaying. Oh, good. There's a video of the creator doing it himself. Oh my god. Okay, I love that. I love that. Do I have to become a fan of the creator of this series of games? Because I'll do it. Don't think I won't do it. I don't even know his name. I didn't even know if like the Ace Attorney series had like a person who was like the writer for it all. Shu Takumi. Okay. I will probably forget that because I'm bad at names, but maybe eventually I'll remember it. That telephone call that came in is even more interesting. The man said he was calling from the death chamber, eh? Now that I have the extension number, I should go check it out. All right. I feel like this would be... I'm sorry. Like, you've got some degree of, hold on. Okay. So like it starts off like you got this like this dancey thingy here, and then like that, and then you like go like this, and then you kind of like do this thing. This, you know what? It's not quite para, but this move right here, this feels like a para dance move right there. Some of my friends from high school have a para dance team in Texas. They still perform at events. They've been doing it since high school. It's very exciting. So that's why, like, that's a frame of reference that I have for, like, what this kind of dance makes me think of. They used to dance in the parking lot at school, and I remember my computer science class in, like, 11th and 12th grade was overlooking the parking lot, and people were like, what are those weirdos doing out there? And I looked out and I was like, oh, hey! Neko and Allie dancing. Wonderful. Yeah, I still keep in touch actually with one of them. And the other one has become a drag king. One of them became a drag king and the other one married a drag queen. So, like, you know. My friends group in high school was apparently very straight. So straight. I thought I was straight. So, I mean, like, you know, sometimes life is full of surprises. Anyway. As I was saying, video games. Anyway, you're not getting a full-fledged dance from me on this, but maybe I'll learn the routine and then we'll do a proper dance session. What do you think? Shall we do that at some point? That'd be fun. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this. Are you ready to not progress the plot and get yelled at for it? Because that's what we're gonna do. Time isn't real. Time is an illusion and I'm a ghost. I'm dead. What are you gonna do about it? Does that... The panic dance. The panic dance. We'll do the panic dance in the future. Alright. Hey, look who it is. Fancy meeting you here. How goes it with your quest? Somehow I find myself roped into saving the life of a death row prisoner now. But this prisoner apparently knows me. I don't know if saving him is the right thing to do or the wrong thing. Here, let me share something with you. What's that? When you don't know whether something is right or wrong, go with what you believe deep down, and you'll find out in the end if you were right. I guess that's true. If you can't be sure whether something is the right or the wrong decision, do what feels like the right decision. And at least then, even if it turns out you were wrong, at least you were wrong doing something you believed in. It's worse saying you're doing something that your heart isn't in and then getting punished for it, or it having turned out to be the wrong thing to do. That's fair, Orlando. Remember that. This is kind of turning into a lecture series. When you get old like me, you start wanting to show off your wisdom. I'm old now, by the way. So I have every excuse to talk. Back in my day. Luxurious parlor. Doesn't work. Lynne's apartment still doesn't work. Ladies' red apartment. Let's see what's up there. That's right, the little girl snuck out. Okay, I get no... There's gonna be a house fire here, isn't there? Man. Something bad's gonna happen. I just know it. But they did warn me that there wasn't gonna be anything else to do here. Or here for a while. Wait, is he not... Let's see. Oh, he is here. Emma, is that you? This feeling of waiting for a phone call that might never come. I wonder what sort of feeling he's waiting with. Is he talking about Jowd? Your Excellency, are you sure you are all right, sir? Please, stay back. How many times do I have to say it? Love their, like, flail. All bodies. I'm very sorry, Your Excellency. We're all just very worried about you, sir. Like, there's something about even the way that despite, like, the supposed formality, there's this very informal emotional attachment between people that I really appreciate in this game. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled like that. But don't worry about me. Please just leave me alone. Yes, sir. Got that flail. Is this spear wearing a helmet? We'll look at that next time. The tension in this room is palpable. It's as if something is about to happen. So I think he's worried about the detective. Or wondering about that. This is totally worth investigating all of this stuff. The entrance to a nearly deserted, dimly lit park. It doesn't look like Detective Rindge will be coming back. My best guess is he's out looking for the little lady. Alright, and the Tingle lookalike is not here either. I'm curious where he went to. I think I might have missed him. Oh right, the super who might be investigating aliens. Right, and I don't get to. Oh, he's so tiny. He has to stand on his little step ladder thing to get on his table. Alright, well, I think he's up to some mad science that has to do with aliens, but apparently I don't get to see anything about that. So we're gonna take a look at everything else, just in case you never know. Something might be happening. Probably not down here. Nope. Nothing. Those dolls are kind of creepy looking, actually. The nesting dolls. Look. Progressing the plot is overrated. We don't believe in progressing the plot around here, okay? Chicken kitchen. I guess the little lady hasn't turned up yet. The detective must have gone to look for her. I like the little touch of the man singing over there. Everything is fine. Everything is totally fine. Oh, let's go snoop on the cops. That's a great idea. The chief is wiggling his itchy toes with a troubled look on his face. Chief here. Of course I'm working. I'm right here at headquarters. You've got it all wrong. You're just being silly now. Yeah, I love you too, honey. I guess he was radioing his wife. It sounds like a complicated relationship. Sounds like she doesn't trust that he's at work right now. Well, he is. We'll listen in on the kitchen and then we'll actually go where we're supposed to go. Sorry. I shouldn't be yawning, but I am. Oh. Just as before, the delicious aroma of chicken fills the air. I'm glad he can smell things even though he's dead. The chef's nose. la la, the lovely maiden memory, goddess of chicken. Amazing. What's with the song, chef? I don't know why myself, but tonight I feel like singing to you as much as you like until you've had your fill. This is some lingering memory of because he said something to that effect earlier. Oh yeah? Well, if you're going to sing about me being a goddess, I guess I don't mind. That's all it takes, eh? Well, that's cute. Man, she sure does have long legs, and that sure is a short skirt. Just saying. Alright. Doesn't look like there's gonna be any more dialogue here now. Yes, he pan fries a whole chicken, which should not be very effective. But, you know. Nobody ever said that we should get cooking tips from weird video games. Oh, right, the panic dance! Doesn't anybody understand how this feels? To dance in the dark with nobody watching. Well, we're watching. It's okay, Bailey. You've got an audience. Well, there's one thing you don't have to worry about. What's that? Even if the lights come back on, the nobody watching part ain't gonna change. What did you say to me? That does it. Now you've made me all the more determined to dance. Did he speed up? I think he sped up. Somebody's got to do the dance, apparently. Alright. So we can go to the cells where we're not supposed to go, or special detention where we are supposed to go. I'm gonna go not where I'm supposed to go. Because I'm a gamer. That's how we roll. Is everybody gone? Wow, I wonder what in the world happened here. I have to look for Detective Jowd. But should I try to do something about this situation first? Yeah, oh, he's got a shoe. Sorry, I got distracted by his shoe. Alright, this guy is still going. Still digging. Still got his brain head suction cup weird thing going on. He's got a few paintings there, and I want to see all of them now. I made butterscotch cinnamon pie. It's delicious. I've made it several times. In fact, I think I made it on stream at least once. So it's no use. No matter how hard I try, I still can't read what's on here. But this blackboard is different from the one in prisoner D99's cell. I can tell something is written on this one. I'm glad my task wasn't to find out what this particular board says. Ah, okay, so that's an old flag. Nothing to do here. Yeah, there was what's it called? There was a website that specialized in cooking food from games back before there were like fancy cookbooks and things doing that, and they made the Sinner sandwich too. I'd better not set off the emergency alarm right now. The inside of my head is already in a state of emergency as it is. Alright, well I'm glad that the game lets me not do that. The game is like, don't do this. You're not allowed to do this. Okay, nothing I can do here. It's a can of tomato sauce and some wine. Maybe it's potato juice. Blackboard. Bottle. Wastebasket. Huh. Bunk. There just doesn't seem to be very much that I can do here. Nope, nothing written on this blackboard. I wonder if that means he'll spend the day painting like today. That must be what it means. Yeah, that must be it. Okay, so I could have read that more, but I didn't. Okay, well, so if his family members aren't Lynne, who is his family? Camilla can't, she's too young to be his kid, right? Maybe? 10 years ago. Actually, hold on. Years ago, because it was 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, the child was little enough to be held in a parent's arm like that, potentially. Or, I mean, this could be an old photo, but it's possible that Camilla is his child. I'm going to move on to that as my theory, because he killed the wife in front of a family member, and so that family member is going to be significant, and it's got to be the child, because the only family we know of right now is a mother, a father, and a child. I guess it would make more sense. Okay, we're gonna go with it being Camilla. We'll find out. In the meantime, are you ready to actually progress the plot? We're gonna do this. We're gonna progress this plot. It's gonna happen, folks. I'm technically, theoretically capable of moving stories forward. Maybe. Maybe. All right. So this is the death chamber, eh? But what's going on? I can't see anything. Is this what they call darkness? Wow, he has forgotten. Like, my memory is a mess, but this is another level. I'd better do something about this situation. Ah. I guess darkness doesn't really exist in the ghost world. Did I miss? I bet I missed eavesdropping on something there. Darn it. Even without light, I can still see what's going on. I can use the ghost world to help me find that generator. This is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I feel like a ghost is going to show up any minute now. See, because I'm a ghost. So it's funny. Because there's a ghost that showed up just now. Hey, come on. Show some respect. There's a dead man here. That's right, me. No, Sissel. But whew, I never saw that one coming, did you? Did something go wrong with the power that caused it to zap him early? Who could have? Anyway, the generator is going to be fixed soon, so I guess we hang tight. Generator, eh? Once that's restored, this darkness will be gone. It seems that's the first thing that has to be done. Okay, so I can't reach over there. So we go over here. So lever. There's a person in here. Who is this person? Oh geez, where did that wrench go? Without it, I can't tighten the last bolt on the generator. I sure wish I could see in the dark like a cat. Or like a ghost. There's the wrench. There's the light. Power distributor. Oh. I can get into the spoon from here. The big guy seems to be taking a nap here. I doubt my paltry powers are enough to wake him. Rest in peace, curry lover. It's kind of spooky when a ghost says it. Also, rest in peace is not what you say when someone is sleeping. It's what you say when someone is dead. That's incorrect. Power distributor, light, emergency light. I can't do anything that's on the table. Power supply, the wrench. Okay. This appears to be some kind of control panel. I might be able to operate it. But it doesn't seem to be responding. It's too dark to really tell, though. I guess the first thing I need to do is restore that generator. Like, by the way, Lauren, restore the generator. The lever. We're gonna lower it. I think I just operated some kind of lever. Good job, buddy. But nothing happened. It's too dark to really tell, though. Okay. Oh, you know what? We have some more text. So, on me, the mystery. I was apparently trying to make a deal with some people from overseas tonight. Lynne. She's trying to stop the execution of a prisoner who got a death sentence for murder 5 years ago. She's also suspected of my shooting. Ah, Camila. Her name is Camila. Lynne asked her to find the music box hidden in the apartment and to bring it to the restaurant, but she hasn't arrived yet. Lanky and loose lawman. Cabanella. He's looking after Lynne in Jowd's stead. He's investigating a deal that could affect the future of the nation. The detective with a cap. He works under Inspector Cabanella. Apparently his name is Detective Rindge. After hearing Lynne's story at the restaurant, he takes on the task of looking for the little lady. The chef. He cooks the chicken that the waitress brings to the customer. He sings in his rich tenor voice whenever he gets the chance. Man, I love to sing every chance I get to. One of these days I'll do another music concert, I promise. Okay, navy blue square. A guard at a prison. He's no longer sitting at his desk working. In grave situations, he performs the panic dance, a dance that has been passed down in his family for generations. Fated jailbird. A prisoner who is scheduled to be executed tonight for the crime of murdering his wife. He's the detective who saved Lynne's life 10 years ago. His name is Jowd. He was apparently good friends with Cabanella. Was it 5 years ago or 10 years ago? How many years ago was it that he murdered his wife? It was some time ago. Either way, I think that the little girl is the only one in the right age range to be his child. Okay. Cute chicken carrier. 5 in one of the earlier entries. Okay. Okay. Well, that still works. Okay, so a police investigator who is working undercover at the chicken kitchen as a waitress. Her name is Memory. She planted a bug in the suspicious couple's chicken. She's a co-worker of the detective doing the stakeout from the park. Black-hearted blue man. One half of the couple that showed up to make a deal that could affect the future of the nation. Yeah. Oh, that's right, the fastidious glass polisher whose head looks like a martini glass. All right. Well, I guess I'd better move this wrench. I've seen these things before. Some kind of tool for turning things. It's leaning up against the wall. If I knock it over, I wonder if he'll notice. Darn, it's too heavy. It won't budge. Well, shoot, what am I supposed to do now? Water drop. Okay. There's a toolbox. We're going to open the toolbox. Ah! It dropped a thing on the floor. Oh, hey, there it is. Something horrible is going to be revealed, I'm sure. There. Done. Having water next to your generator seems like a really bad idea, guys. Ah, the prisoners ran out. Okay. Now the lights are back on. But what happened here? The answer is still shrouded in darkness. I better see if I can pick up some more information. I can't seem to shake this bad feeling I've got. Ah, I see. This yellow bulb. Grounding sphere. Oh, is that a real thing? I don't know what a grounding sphere is, but I guess it exists. Is this guy still snoozing? Man, you missed your chance to get out of here, buddy. Oh, well. Power supply. We're gonna try manipulating this. This appears to be some kind of control panel. I might be able to operate it. I'll give it a try. Just press some buttons. Some lamps came on. Not sure what that means. Maybe that changed the situation, though. Nope, it's already on and the buttons are locked. Oh man, I probably missed hearing what people had to say about... Yeah. Hey, do you think this execution was really the right thing to do? The past tense. What the heck are you saying? I mean, I know this country has the death penalty, but how many years has it been since we used this chair? Yeah, I don't know. It had quite a bit of dust and dirt on it. I bet that's what happened. All that debris damaged the wiring. Well, I think it was divine retribution. Don't be stupid. The prisoner wanted to be executed, you know? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Inspector Jowd. I guess I was too late. So when are they going to pick up his body? They'll be sending over a car from the public cemetery pretty soon. After we hand over the body and clean up the mortuary, we're done. Yeah, okay. So Detective Jowd has already been executed. Looks like there was a reason for that bad feeling I was getting. But that's okay. This isn't a big problem for me. But if the body is taken from the mortuary, that'll be bad. I have to use my ghost tricks to save him before that happens. So I missed the chance to think or eavesdrop earlier. This chair scares me. I don't want to repair it or get anywhere near it. Who knows when it's gonna blow up again? Or let loose with the juice. Yikes. Shut up, man. Accidents can happen with anything after all. But let's just get this thing fixed. Come on. If I'm executed by an accident, I'm gonna come back and haunt you. Haunt me? Why me? Sounds like a pretty dangerous chair. Yeah, wow, that chair is messed up. Like, it got broken. A chair that gives shocks. Can I use that somehow? Yeah, because I can't get down there, so I'm gonna have to do something here. I lower this lever. Ugh! I just got a shock! Okay, so there's drip, drip. And then he does that. There we go. Oh, I can go. Okay, yeah, right. I can ride onto his branch. Here. What can I do with this bucket? Oh, he'll move a little bit. Still not quite enough. He moves it down. I can't get up there. Can't get over there. Oh, the toolbox. Cleared the jumping poltergeist challenge. 444 tricks. Nice. I don't know what having opened the toolbox accomplished for me, but doesn't let me, like, I can't get back there, so what's in the bucket? Close it. I'm not sure what to do here. Good night, Rufus. Thanks for coming by. Okay, what else can I do? I'm really not sure. The only thing that I can do is open and close this, which doesn't seem to actually accomplish anything. But I seem to be stuck here. There's gotta be something else I can do. But I can't seem to reach anything. I gotta save this man. He'll be unconscious, so I won't be able to talk to him this time. But if it happens again, I'll be able to save or talk to him then. I don't know what else I can do. Like, he goes up there, and then he goes down. Then he goes up, and you might think, oh, wait, well, oh, you can jump on the water drops. Okay, I found it. Son of a. The headpiece is broken. So there's a bucket, headpiece, and a cart. All right. Oh, there's a phone. Same thing here. Looks like this is just an internal phone too. It doesn't call outside. So the only places I can go with this telephone are other phones within the building that I've already possessed. Yeah, they haven't used this in a while. There's... Oh, he does have a core, though. Okay, good. But you see all the cobwebs and everything, like... Yeah, don't use... I mean, don't use an electric chair anyway, but definitely don't use an electric chair that hasn't been used or tested or fixed or anything in a long time. Or apparently you will blow things up. Flower vase. That's sweet. Do you suppose Cabanella sent those? Alright. Are you ready to do this? This man is not going to be able to hear what I say, but... I have been thinking that maybe he had some sort of a... Maybe he had some sort of a supernatural thing. But I think Cabanella has some sort of ESP or something like that. And I think he's maybe trying to move his way up so that he can try to prevent something bad from happening. That's my current theory. The something bad that would be happening is the thing that's going on right now that we're trying to stop. All right, sir. Hey, can you hear me? He's unconscious. He's not unconscious. Where am I? This is the ghost world, the land of the dead, Detective Jowd. Detective Jowd? Who is that? Is that me? Oh boy, not you too. This is getting old. Guess I'll just give the usual explanation. The dead lose their memories. Oh, so I'm dead, am I? I didn't realize that. That's why you can't remember anything right now. That's fine with me. Huh? I don't like a messy room, but I hate cleaning up even more. Not having my memories is a welcome thing. Now I don't have as much trash to take out. Memories are like trash? Now that I'm dead, what do I need with memories? And things I don't need are just trash. Oh man, Melwolf. Okay, well, if this is at all a game you think you might play yourself, it is a very linear, very direct game, and I think I'm fairly far along in it, so there will be a lot of spoilers. But it is an extremely charming and lovable game, and I am really enjoying it and finding that I really like the characters. So I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you enjoy your stay. Feel free to stick around if you want to, but otherwise, like, if you don't want to spoil, that's fine too. The art is so stylish. It's one of the most stylish games I've ever seen. However, I will warn you, people are dead in this game, and you talk to the dead, so this is a dead body. This is the soul of a dead body that we're talking to, who was executed. So if that's something that you're not comfortable with, like, just letting you know so you can bow out. Otherwise, feel free to stick around. Right. Not to me. I need your memories. Besides, I promised Lynne I'd try to stop your execution. Lynne. ... Looks like I still have a few bits and pieces of garbage left lying around. God, he's cool looking, even his silly little swag. I remember now about Lynne, Jowd, and the execution. I don't remember another version of this song, but that's okay, my memory's terrible. God, it's... the way they cut some of the instruments out periodically is really cool. This game has really a very good soundtrack. Alright. With that musical interlude... Oh, the old version of the game versus remaster. Okay. Alright, well... I will happily listen to the original version too, but we could listen to that after we beat the game. We could just listen. I believe you can listen to the original soundtrack, so we could just go through and do that if we wanted to. I'm sorry, I'm really distracted by this song. And what about you? Who are you? I'm Sissel. I'm looking for my memory, or trash, as you call it. Sissel. Does my name ring a bell? I think you know me. Sorry, it must not have been a very big piece of trash to me. That's alright. I guess you'll find out when you get your memory back. But for now, I'd like you to come back with me. Back to 4 minutes before your execution. You ready to save this man? I feel like this is a big moment. And now we'll find out how he got executed earlier than he's supposed to be executed. And how many things went horribly wrong. And maybe get a little insight into why. Oh, and I'll be able to talk to him even when he's alive from now on, because he has a core. As opposed to the other detective. There's too many detectives. I can't just say the detective. They're all detectives. Except for Missile. Missile is not a detective. Missile is a dog. A very serious dog. Shall we rewind time, folks? Let's do it. Dog detective. That's right, Jellyfish Lightning. Missile is a dog detective. The voice is not high-pitched enough. I just... Okay, we're gonna rewind time. Four minutes before death, 10:46 p.m. Special prison. This is the past. 4 minutes before my death. That's right. You'll get to see your own execution. And then we're going to change your fate. But first, can I ask you a question? Lynne told you, didn't she? About what I did? Yeah, she did. Then is it really the right thing to do to save a guy like me? This is such an interesting thing for him to be talking about with the look on his face as he's talking there. He's this very like easygoing and likable person. And you can see that in the way that he's kind of smiling a little bit as he says this. I don't know. But Lynne believes it is. ... Very serious. Okay, let's get started. So eating chicken, that's what he wants for his final meal. The guitar guy. It's clogged! I'm in position. That's interesting. Is he gonna drink his tomato juice? He exclamation pointed at something. His trash can is full. So he's gonna put it down. So the time's finally here, huh? Yeah, wonder how many years it's been. The last time you weren't even here yet. I never thought I'd have to attend an execution. But you know, I wonder why the Justice Minister suddenly signed the order. There's definitely something up with that. Hey, come on, let's just focus on our work. Yeah, all right. Prisoner D99. Excuse me, D99. It's time. Let's go. All right, men. I'm ready. Sorry you have to go through this unpleasant experience. What? No, we, Oh, well. I guess it's all about collecting experiences. For you and for me. Prepare to test. Throw the switch. Oh. So this is an execution, huh? That's Sophie sneezing. Seems to me there's got to be a safer way to do it. Sissel. 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 Ha ha ha. It must be nice to have no memory like that. But you... It makes things more interesting. I envy you. I really do. So you do have your memory back. It's no laughing matter to me. That was an example of a failed execution, although the outcome was the same. Failed? They haven't carried out an execution in a long time. They dragged that old chair out from under some mothballs, and I guess it had a short. So I guess that means that if I can stop the explosion... I don't know about that. They'll still execute him, and then we'll have to stop his execution properly. Then I'd just be executed as planned, and I'd still wind up just as dead. ... So what should I do? Beats me. You're the one who came to save me. You figure it out. He's not making this easy. So what I'm going to have to do is somehow deactivate the chair. Alright then, 4 minutes from now, this chair will short out and explode, and you'll die. Very sad. If I stop the explosion, you'll be executed and you'll still die. Sorry I was ever born. Oh man, this guy's not doing well. I have to protect you from the explosion and stop the execution. The key to this whole thing must be this chair. I apologize for all your trouble. Could you stop with the insincere comments? You're gonna call him out on it. He's saying the nice guy things, but... Ha ha ha. Parvaz. How is it going down there? We just finished setting up the chair. We're all prepared. I see. It's time. Please bring in the prisoner. But that chair, it hasn't been used in a long time. What if... Bailey, there's nothing we can do now. It's time. All right, I'll send the guards to his cell. I'll have them call when they get into position. I guess we have to go there. I don't particularly want to, but usually when they give me the option to go there, that's the right answer. So we're gonna do this. I'm probably gonna have to do this one a couple of times because I suspect it's going to be really complicated and I can't even wrap my head around what I need to do. I have this strange feeling of uneasiness. Oh. How about you? How do you feel? ... I feel jumpy and jittery. I can't sit still. I feel like I might start dancing at any minute. If you're gonna dance, let me know. I'll get the video camera ready. Nobody will listen to my concerns. Concerns, huh? So he's worried? That man is always worried about something. And whatever he's worried about, it always comes true without fail. Huh, interesting. That's good to know. Nothing else I can do here, so I'm gonna have to teleport. Oh, wait. It's no use. I can't use the phone lines right now. Right now, I can only move over phone lines in the past when it's in use. Sadly, this applies to the internal extensions as well. I see. Looks like life is tough for everyone, even you. You too. Listen to me. That chair is dangerous. I know, Bailey. That's why I don't advise you to sit on it. No. That's not what I meant. Machines like that are very sensitive to dust. If the guys throw the switch and the chair shorts out, there might be a huge explosion down there in that death chamber. Oh, come on. Nothing's gonna happen. Besides, even on the off chance it does blow up, we're way up in here. We'll be fine. I know! Why don't we go and test it out first? Oh, I know! Why don't we go and test it out first? Listen, no way. I don't want to get blown up. You go by yourself. So this spot would be safe even if it does blow up, eh? What is it? You have a new look in your eye. If the switch in the death chamber is thrown, the chair will blow up. That's right. And if the chair blows up, the execution can't be carried out. It only stands to reason. And if there's nobody in the death chamber when the chair explodes, nobody will die. Precisely. Very nice, Sissel. You've hit upon some excellent points there. Okay, I'm starting to see a plan now. How do I get them all here to this room? Yes, I know time is passing. Getting the chair to short out when nobody's around it. It sounds like it could be a plan. But in this past world, I can't just use the phone lines whenever I want. And these guards seem to be in a fog. I doubt they'll be using the phone much. Maybe I need to start over. Ah. Yeah. Guess I'd better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. That's good to know, actually. So you have to do this one in stages. Okay, well, we listen to that one. Alright, we've seen this dialogue already. Stay here, because going there seems to be limited. Not sure what else I can do here, so... Oh, the phone rings again. Excellent. Okay. I'm in position. The other two are coming to bring the prisoner to you now. Got it. I like how they are in the exact same pose. Let's go there. We'll get all the information we can. And then presumably we'll stay here once we've got all the information. That's interesting. What an interesting approach to this. Okay. Trick time. There, we escaped from the death chamber. Good for you. It was stuffy in there, wasn't it? That's not exactly what I was worried about. All right, what now? Stop the execution and save your life. I think I'm getting an idea. You are you? I'd be very interested to hear it. Let's just get down there, fast. I'm gonna open up this note. All right, my jam grooved out the clog. That's it. Jamming on the guitar definitely made that piece of paper unfurl. Now get down there to Sausage Head. Go, go, go! All right, I changed something. All right, Sausage Head. He's so very weird looking. Why? In the present world, 4 minutes into the future, Sausage Head was lying passed out in the tunnel. Not knowing about the execution, he must have kept digging and digging. And the guards didn't notice he was gone? So I guess Curry Man's future has now changed a bit. Fate change checkpoint. Sissel. I'm sure you know this, but time is ticking. Almost time for the execution. If you don't execute a plan pretty soon, it's going to get tough. I think I do have a plan. Do you? I'm looking forward to seeing it. This man is really not... I feel like he's kind of like... There's something very patronizing in this because he's not assisting in any way because he doesn't want this to happen. The only problem is, I don't see a path to get there yet. I'm really sorry about all this trouble you're going to for me. Now, Sissel thinks that all of his apologies are insincere, which is interesting. Funny, you don't look the least bit sorry. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, what a character thing. I can ring the bell. He just flops on the floor. Like, just the animations are so absurd. think I want to be in the spoon. No. Okay, yeah, no, he's gonna throw the spoon here. Okay, I'm in here. What else can I do? Whew, you sure can pack it away. A detective should eat until he reaches that critical moment. That's what I always say. And you have a young pupil that follows that advice to the letter. Yeah, no, I was gonna say that sounds like a certain someone we saw recently. What are you going to do now, Sissel? As long as these iron bars are here, escape is impossible. Is it possible to stop the execution from here? Probably not. I'm looking for a path now. Maybe something here will give me an idea. Hey, buddy, you want to talk about this? What else could give me a path? I'm gonna make a mess. Oh! Did you see that? That huge can just went flying up into the air. Yeah, that's my ketchup can. Ketchup? I just love ketchup. Can't get enough of the stuff. I probably have ketchup running through my veins. I knew somebody like that once. Just can't seem to muster a laugh over that one. But it did make kind of a red O mark. Okay. So it's full. This thing is as full as I am, he says. Puts it down there. Ah! Time is passing. I know, I know. Okay. But I can't do this any faster than this. I hope they give me a checkpoint once I'm down there. I don't know what that will be, but... We're gonna get into the spoon. We need to be in the spoon. That's always the answer, get into the spoon. Here come my escorts. Uh-oh, I haven't found my path yet. I see mine quite clearly. The path to the chair, that is. What do I do? Oh, shoot. Oh, I did that wrong. It's not working right now. Maybe they like things quiet during an execution. This guy's a bit too detached. While I was alive, people thought I was a bit too passionate about things. Maybe I didn't want to be in the spoon, actually. I'm gonna have to follow them down there. Wait, but he's here. Oh. Okay, so you have to do it before the guards come down. All right. Hi, Eric. Yes, this is very cool. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I need to do. I guess I have to ring the bell. There's something else that I don't know. All right. I don't know what else I can do from here. Yeah, I don't know, man. What is that weird dog-looking face behind him? Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I think I actually need to do from the beginning. Because I think I need that guy to be down there with his spoon. Okay, I'm gonna stay here. Then we're gonna stay here again and see if we can gather any more information this time around. See what else happens. Okay, stay here, see what happens. Gotta gather information while you can. Yes, I know time is passing. Now let's see, what do I do now? Well, you're not going to accomplish anything hanging around here. You're right. Maybe I can't accomplish anything from here. Maybe I should have moved during one of those 2 phone calls. Maybe you should have, Sissel. Zip it, D99. Okay, fine. We'll go from the beginning. All right. So I'm not going to go there because it told me that that was a dead end. So we're going to stay here. We'll take this next one though. There's something really important here that I'm not following. Okay, so they won't let you do the Man, I don't know. That appears to be the only thing I can do anything about. Yeah, that appears to be literally the only action I can take here. Oh, unless I get on the guitar. I'm gonna get on the guitar. Damn, it's totally clogged up. If the big guy gets caught, there goes all my plans down the drain too. Come on, flush, damn it. He's swearing a lot. Apparently he's trying to flush. A wadded up piece of paper. Oh, by the way, as I'm sure you've already realized, the youth in this cell is in cahoots with the big man in the cell downstairs. The big man downstairs seems to be digging a tunnel. Yes, trying to escape they are, but they're both very naive. He can keep digging, but he's just going to hit a steel wall eventually. That's pretty tragic. The 2 of them have a communication system set up using the toilets. The guitar youth is warning his partner of the guard's movements. The paper with 0 means all clear. X means danger. Okay, yeah. When the curry guy sees an O, he goes down to dig the tunnel. Maybe I can use that somehow. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do. Here. It's the only thing I can do. But then what do I do? Yeah, like, there's not a lot I can do here. Alright, his fate is changed as a checkpoint. I've already seen that. Yeah, I don't know what else I can do. I love that he grabs his spoon in the off chance that he's going to use it. This is just the only thing I can think of to do. And then I go from here into his space. But I suppose what I can do is he's gonna do his thing regardless. I need to be in the spoon again. I think. There's really nowhere else I can go or anything else I can do. I need him to take the spoon down into the thing. Yeah, because I can't go over there and ring the bell. There's literally nothing else I can do. Because an X is no and an O is all clear, right? Another message from Sausage Head, it looks like. No, not this time. I flushed that one. Or I flushed that one. You? Remember, I flushed my paper napkin after my meal. Oh, that's right. Now, what will Sausage Head make of it, I wonder? I hope this is the right thing to do. Shoot, okay. Hey, Hot Brushings, I'm doing alright. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. Because, like, I know what I need to do, I just don't know how to get there. Shoot! Okay, I did that wrong. I'm gonna try to do this right this time. Sorry, folks. I'm having a hard time with this puzzle. I know that I want him to be in the tunnel and me to have the spoon because I can get around through that. That's how I can get into the execution chamber. What I do from there, I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of. I guess maybe I have to see the tomato get wiped on it. Oh, can I do anything with this? No, I can't do anything with this. Like it is an O that I want, right? There we go. Okay, that marked it. For some reason I thought I'd done this before, but I guess I didn't. I think this is what I want. Okay. And then as soon as I get pulled up there, yes, I know time is passing. I know. But I need to get into this man's spoon here. There we go. We are in the spoon. There we go. Sausage Head sure looks happy. So now that he's seen the O paper, he'll go down to the tunnel to dig. Maybe this is the chance I've been waiting for. Yeah, no, I know I splattered it on the wall. For some reason I thought that it got on the wall still, but... There we go. Now what do I do? Nobody's down there right now, so we're gonna do this. This appears to be some kind of control panel. Maybe we'll be able to operate it. Nope, it's already on and the buttons are locked. I guess I can't operate it right now. There we go. Oh, that was actually pretty simple. Okay. What just happened? The power's down throughout the whole facility. No way! If the power's down, that means all the cell bars open automatically. Damn it, the internal phones aren't working either. State of emergency. Now the execution can't be carried out and your life is saved. And you can talk to me. So you better get out of here. You're a pretty daring guy. I really enjoyed myself, and I think I learned a thing or two as well. About what? By the way, is it true what the guard said? Cell bars open automatically? It's a good song. Yep, it's true. It's a little drawback to the system. If the entire facility blacks out, the locks are released for the prisoner's safety. Well, that's humane. But nobody thought it would actually ever happen. So in other words, now's the time to escape if you're gonna. Anyway, we managed to stop the execution. Let's get back to the present. You're still not out of the woods yet. Oh, let me give you one piece of advice. What's that? When we get back to the present, head for the spoon. Spoon, huh? You'll see when we get back, Sissel. Okay, so this man's gonna be like really thorough and intelligent. Okay. Fate averted. Now the execution can't be carried out and Detective Jowd is safe for the moment. A new present has been born. However, Jowd still isn't safe from execution, of course. I guess I still have a job to do. Help a death row inmate escape from prison. All right, we did it. Jowd taken by fate. We've cleared chapter 8. Save your current place in time? Yes. Continue playing? Yes. We're going to do that. Chapter 9, 11:13 p.m. We started a little late tonight, so we'll go a little bit over if we have to. Now I'm back in the present, and it's completely shrouded in darkness. I can't see it, but I can feel the tension in the air. It's a state of emergency. And that's only natural. With the power failure, all of the cell bars opened automatically. Plus, now a death row inmate is loose in the darkness. I did what I promised Lynne. I stopped the execution. But that condemned criminal is now in just as much danger as before. Ooh. Trick or treat. Okay, so I'm in the lever. I need to get into the spoon. I mean, that's easy. The detective told me to head for the spoon when I got back to the present. So here I am. The bell. Better go back. Whew, I'm back. Thank goodness someone flushed his toilet. That was good timing. It's gonna be the detective, obviously, because he knows how things work. Now to use the cover of darkness to help the detective escape. But first I have to find him. Well, the spoon is right next to his cell, so it makes sense. Yeah. Oh, shoot. It's prisoner C-74. Secure the prisoner. Oh. This poor buddy would have been safe otherwise. It looks like there are hunters in this darkness. I hope they haven't found Detective Jowd. Oh boy. I cannot seem to go very far there. So we're going to dial... Okay. This is some true darkness. But luckily, darkness doesn't exist in the ghost world. I can make use of that fact to help me find the detective. It's no use. The internal phone doesn't work. I guess I'd better find another route. Oh, right. I can just open this up. Huh? What's that red light? Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. Oh, It looks like the hunter's eyes glow red. Good, a stealth mission. Wonderful, I love it. There's Jowd. It doesn't look like escape's going to be easy. I appreciate that he's like a round lump here. Yes, roll him like a Katamari. Let's talk to him. All right. Oh, there you are. I was wondering what I was going to do. Are you the one who made that toilet bell ring? That's right. I still had another napkin lying around. Thanks to that, I managed to make it here. But how did you know to do that? I learned a few things about your ghost tricks during our time together. They certainly can be very useful powers, but at times not so much. I knew that if the internal phones weren't working, you'd be trapped in the death chamber area. So I quickly came up with an alternative route. A route that made use of Sausage Head's spoon and my napkin. Wow, this detective is good. Yeah, no, it is really clever that he's over there solving things while I'm trying to solve things. Next time you praise me, go ahead and say it out loud. What a strange and interesting character he is. ... Anyway, it looks like it's time for a strategy meeting. An escape strategy, huh? This could be interesting. Let's do it. Escape strategy. So let's make sure we're both clear. The key to my escape is this darkness. Once the basement power supply is restored, escape will be impossible. So we move under cover of darkness, huh? I know I won't have much trouble with that. But I'm afraid I won't be able to see, so you'll have to lead the way. Lead the way? Once you find a safe spot for me to move to, I want you to give me a signal. Okay, fine, but how? The dead don't have voices. Even if they did, we have to be quiet. Don't you worry about that. I have an idea. Let's just try it, and you'll see how it works. Jowd! This detective likes to just dive right into things, even more than Lynne does. If they find me, I imagine they'll shoot first and ask questions later. But if I die again, we can just start over, right? He says, cheerfully. He and Lynne have that in common, too. Completely unfazed by death. Which I suppose is useful given the situation at hand. Alright, prison security. I don't know if you know or not, but this is a special prison. There aren't any dangerous criminals here. Except for me, that is. Yes, I did hear something about it being a special place. Yes, and because of the special status, they're not prepared at all for emergencies. That's probably true. They have 4 times security guards at most. I think I saw some hunters lurking in the darkness, though. Those are the guards. They're wearing night vision goggles. Night vision goggles. They're special glasses that let you see in the dark. Very handy things. If I enter their field of vision, it's all over. So it's all about staying out of the guard's line of sight, eh? Stealth mission. Make sure you guide me to safe spots. Okay. Now, about that signal I want you to give me. Oh yeah, how am I supposed to do it? I've already been dead once. I don't know if it's because of that or what, but I can sense your powers now. You what? For example, you're in the bunk right now, aren't you? Wow, I'm impressed. I guess you have a 6th sense. I think it's more like a detective sense. That doesn't sound right somehow. Anyway, the details don't matter. Do you see this right bumper here? Thanks. Yeah, where did that come from? Let's use it as our signal. How will that work? If you press right bumper, I'll sense it. Then I'll move to where you are. So for example, if you move to that spoon and press right bumper, I'll run to the spoon. Simple, right? Alright, fine. Let's start our escape plan. Just make sure you guide me to safe spots, Sissel. Okay. I've got a thought. So that red light. That's the light of the night vision goggles on one of the guards. I can use the light to let me know where the guard is. And if you watch the light closely, you can tell how the guard is moving, too. Very informative in this darkness. Keep a sharp eye for it. Okay. So he's gonna look to the side. Is he just gonna stand there? Or does he have a whole routine? Is there somebody else around here? There's a couple of other somebodies. Okay. Okay, this guy doesn't look like he's moving, which is great. This is as far as I can get, so I might as well summon him. I think it's safe. Oh shoot, it's not safe. Okay. Let's try again. If he enters a guard's field of vision, it's over. I have to watch the movement of the red lights. The first thing to do is to take a good look around and check out what the enemy is doing. For now, how about just aiming for the neighboring cell? We can't hurry too much in this darkness. Let's take it slow. Okay. So he turns. I'm gonna close this and investigate over here. Okay, so the spoon is too far. But I think the toilet might be safe. Let's find out. Nope. Okay. Okay. It's gonna take me a little while. Shoot! Okay. All right. I don't know that I'm gonna have an easy time of this. I don't fully get. There must be. Okay, so I can move myself here. Okay, he turns away. He turns towards. He turns away. He turns towards. Can't quite see what that guy's doing, so like... Okay, so that is a safe spot. Okay. See if there's anything new to say. I feel a little uncomfortable out in the open like this. I bet you do. You're wide open. Well, could you lead me somewhere safe then? The guards can't help but notice me where I am now. Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. I may actually need to come back to this with a fresh mind. I'm not sure what... I guess I can go here. Yeah, okay, I can go here. I'm not sure what else I can do. Hatch mechanism. Oh, that's useful. Oh, okay, I get it. So it'll be 1 and 2. That's a little far. I can't really tell where you are. How about somewhere a little closer? Okay. All right. Yeah, I have... All right, I've got literally no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. So I'm going to have to cancel this for now and come to it with a fresh mind. Because the hatch seems to be something significant. Now what does that do? Okay, well that will be useful once I get up there. Okay, so I can do things that are annoying. There's nothing I can do here. All right. Well, at least I've learned a thing that I can do. I'll try to remember that for next time. There's not a lot else I can do. All right. I don't know if I want to save here. Do I want to save here? I guess that's true. I can always chat hat my way through this. If I need to. But I'm going to do my best. The thing is, I like stealth games that are built for stealth. Games that are not built for stealth should never have stealth sections. I actually really enjoy stealth games. Like Beyond Good and Evil was one of the first games that I beat. Back in the day when I barely beat games, I beat it by myself. And it's a stealth game. It's a really, really good baby's first stealth game that makes you feel super cool. Like you don't realize how much of a baby's first game it is when you're playing it because it makes you feel cool. But it is very simple and gets you, kind of introduces you to how stealth games play. And I enjoy that. This, I don't know. I'm hoping when I come back to it with a fresh mind that I will see connections that I'm not seeing yet. But if that's a problem, like if you happen to know your way around here, if you could prepare potentially some hint coups for situations, I might call on you for that. Anyone who doesn't know, I ask for hints in the form of haiku so people can give me hints instead of just straight up telling me what to do. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Who knows? Well, thank you all for being here, for hanging out with my like half-hour to 40-minute long rant about the death penalty and violence in the justice system and things like that. I appreciate that you all tolerate me talking about things like that on stream, but you know, that's what I do and that's who I am. Yeah, so Thursday we'll be starting Undertale Yellow. So if that seems like a good time to you, please tune in. And I will look forward to sharing a new experience with folks. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Good night. Bye.